So if you're a BD member, this is following on from the webinar we had on Sunday. If you're not a BD member, well, basically every single week we have a webinar with the BD members where we do some trading together and go over certain topics of trading. So whatever the BD members want to learn, we'll cover it in that webinar. And on Sunday's webinar, we were trading the Mogwai strategy, gold, and we made a nice little 7% gain as a group, going over every setup we had, you know, the good setups and bad setups. Yeah. And yeah, it was a good webinar. Now this video is following on from that. Now I've named this video Smart Money Concept ICT with the Binary Destroyer, and the reason why I've named it that is because a lot of BD members have started to trade ICT or Smart Money Concepts with the Binary Destroyer, and they're finding it a great combination, actually having really good success with it. As you can see here, 2 more of the Mogwai plus ICT, bringing my total days up to around a 5% gain. And it's a real good way of trading. It's a more in-depth price action look on the charts, you know, actually going into deeper on why currency pairs move. And as you can see here, this particular member was trading binary, a nice little 2-0. And again, here, I just want to read it to you. I just wanted to say that over the last couple of months, it seems that this group has really pulled together and we have successful traders helping and posting regularly, and it's an absolute great community. I really have this buzz at the moment and I'm on the verge of something great, trading the Binary Destroyer with ICT. And yeah, like I said, it's just a great combination to have. Now, like I said, ICT Smart Money Concepts work around structure. And we've already understood that the Mogwai strategy will pop setups around structure, which is a great combination to have. Now, as you can see here, giving an example, we've got a Mogwai setup around this support line. Now, this is where it's going to cause, it's going to divide opinions between traders, because you're going to call this level or this structure here different things. So for instance here, I will call this a support line with a Mogwai signal. Some traders will call it a supply and demand zone. Some traders will call it institutional levels. Some traders, if you're trading Smart Money Concept, will perhaps say that that is a level where liquidity is being pumped or imbalances in the market. There's different names for this area here, but the most important thing that you need to remember is you need to be able to see this structure on your charts. It really doesn't matter what you call it, okay? The point is you need to be able to spot this on your charts. Now, I took an absolute beautiful sell on gold, and just to give you an example here, I think I made about 100% gain on my account. Let me bring up my account here. Okay, you can see here, this was that trade. So basically, this is since I started my account. And we are what on, I started this account 10 days ago, and I've pretty much already doubled it. Okay, we started at £1,000 on the 3rd of May, and we're now on the 10th of May. I'm already at 2,500, and it was this absolute beautiful sell on gold. Now we'll go into more live trading soon as I got my office set up. Like I said, I just moved house, and I'm in the process of setting up a new office. As soon as that is done, we can actually do some live trading together on my YouTube. But until then, these are the trades that I've took since I started this account. I had a couple of losses, and then I had an absolute beautiful sell on gold. I want to break it down for you. Now, this, like I said, this is following on from Sunday's webinar, and we were talking about trading with the trend, okay? Because the Binary Destroyer is going to produce a lot of setups, some with the trend, some against the trend. And if you can capture, or let me rephrase that, if you're patient enough and you're disciplined enough and you wait for the setups that are with the trend, you will get rewarded with trades like this. As you can see here, I had a couple of losses. Okay, these were actually against the trend. I actually took these yesterday, and I was trying to buy I'll actually show you where I was trying to buy the market against the trend. Now I knew what I was doing, okay, and these trades went to around 150 pips in profit. Normally I would have closed it off in a win, you know, and I wouldn't have thought nothing of it. But recently I've been going for big take profits, you know, 1 to 3 risk reward ratios, 1 to 5, because this is how you build accounts up. You know, you want to be going for those big trades that are going to deliver you big wins, okay? And yeah, this is funny. So I took these nice little buys, were against the trend, they lost, and then I was patient. I waited for price to pull back, and I absolutely rinsed out on this one. So let me show you, okay? So I just want to break it down for you. So if we go to the 5 minutes now, okay, this was, here we go, here, hold on, here, okay, so this was that buy, hold on, where it was, here we go. So this was that buy that I took, which gave me the losses, okay, and as you can see here, they went up nicely. Like I said, normally these would have been a nice, beautiful winner, but I was trying to get a bit greedy with this trade. I was trying to get a bit more pips out of it. But this was that buy trade that I took. And if we just have a quick look at the 1 hour, okay, you can see where I tried to buy it. Okay, I tried to buy it because price had come down to this support line here. So I said, okay, price has come down to a support line. First of all, let me just get rid of that one there. So what I'd seen was price had come. Oh, hold on, make it blue so you can see. Okay, price had come down to this support line here, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try and buy from this level. Now, like I said, a bit too greedy. I had to take profit of like 500 pips. Trade went to about 150 pips, reversed, and hit my stop loss. Now, what is actually happening on the bigger picture here is we're in a downwards move. And if I just move that right there, like that, okay, it completely changes the whole dynamic of this setup. So let me show you what I'm seeing here. Okay, so first of all, we've got this impulse move down. We've got this big sell-off down here. Price comes down like that there, and then price pulls back. Okay, so this is that typical downtrend, pullback, downtrend, pullback, downtrend. Okay, and what I did was enter with the pullback. So we had this nice little, let me get rid of that there. We have this nice little downward moving like that there. We pulled back. And again, we're creating new highs and new lows as we do this. So there's our high, there's our lower high, there's our lower low. Okay, now price then pulled back even further. Okay, created a new low. This is where I tried to buy the market. So you can see logically why now this was a kind of risky trade, because I'm trying to buy against the trend. And then we pulled back and created our lower high just here. Now, how did I know that price was going to drop from this level? Well, first of all, look at the bigger picture. We've got lower highs, lower lows, we're in a downtrend, and we pull up nicely to this area of resistance here. Nice area of support just there. And when you factor all of these together, you know what's going to happen next. We're going to drop. And I was saying to the BD members in the webinar, if you're patient and you're disciplined and you're waiting for those trades that are going to give you the highest risk reward ratio, the highest amount of pips, you will get rewarded for it. Okay, as you can see here, got in a little bit early against the trend. I waited a few hours and then sold it. And like I said, I made pretty much a 100% gain. If we go back to here, I started the account with £1,000 and I made pretty much £1,000 just in that trade. And I'll actually show you the setup off the, I think it was the 5 minute. Yeah, it was the 5 minutes. So you can see here off the 5 minutes, okay, we had crossed over on the MACD, we'd popped a Mogwai signal, and I looked left and I thought, okay, look, there's my resistance, okay, there's my resistance. If we go back over to the 1 hour, you can see where that 1 hour resistance is. So when you factor all these combinations together, it pays off. And that's really carrying on from that webinar. This is really what I want you to take note, is if you are patient, you're disciplined, and you wait for these kind of setups, you will get rewarded. Okay, the good thing about trading with the trend is that you can have multiple losses. You know, you can have loss. All you need to do is capture a nice little setup with the trend like this one, and you're going to outweigh all of your losses. To give you an example here, going back to here, I took 2 trades. Okay, as you can see here, I actually took a few more, but these were different setups. So we took a nice little sell here. Okay, so you can see, actually, there you go. So you can see I did actually take a few buys against the trend. So these were those losses. Then I took a few buys with the trend, managed to get that back, and then these were those 2 losses. But notice how the two, let me rephrase that. Notice how the 2 sells equaled out all of those losses and made my entire account back. And that's the difference right there. That's what we want you to take note of, is if you're patient, you're disciplined as a trader, and you wait for these setups to happen, you will get delivered with results like that. So that's my bit of advice going on from this video, is that yes, we can take trades against the trend and with the trend, but in an ideal world, be patient. Wait for the impulse move down. Wait for the pullback to happen, preferably to some kind of resistance area, and then sell as the price comes back down, okay? And we see these kind of structures happen all the time in the market. If we go back to the charts here, hold on, where we go here, as you can see here, the next move would be here, okay? If we see price come down, we pull back again, nice little sell as we continue down. So yes, that's a nice, I think it was what, 100% gain in one trade. I mean, I'll take that any day. But yeah, that's the Binary Destroyer 8.0. If you have any questions, drop me an email, thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com.